Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the first Zoom of the new year. We'll be talking a little bit about advertising and funnels tonight. Things have changed and changing all the time. You've just got to be up to speed with it, how it all works. And I'm really excited about this more than anything else. But I've just got a little PowerPoint to go through, and then Ian's going to do a little bit, and then we're going to sort of have some questions and ask about that. So I'll just share this. Just get rid of me first. Get rid of that. Oops, I've got it backwards, so I'll have to quickly go through it backwards. Right, I've covered this before a little bit, but it's important that we get people to understand that because it's getting worse the way Facebook used to work. So only a tiny percent of people actually see any of your posts, if you don't know that. And it's getting worse. So ways around that is to actually just move this out of the road, so I say, is to like all your friends' post, and then they'll see what you're posting, and that gets the feed going up. Get more comments on your post. Share your Facebook post to your story, and then you see other people who will see that in the stories. Reach out to 5 new friends a day. 21 days, that's 100 new people to find out what they've been up to. Just touch base on whatever you share on Facebook, share it everywhere else. TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube Shorts, etc. TikTok's going ballistic on reach. What Facebook used to be like 10 years ago, basically. So run Facebook ads and TikTok. I'm going to talk about in a second. I haven't tried TikTok yet, but I've tried Facebook ads, and I'm now getting my head around that, which is very, very exciting. So you might thinking, oh, well, I don't want to spend any money. And I think this is why we haven't done it for about 10 years, because Facebook worked so well. We had a way of doing it completely for free, but that's completely dried up now. So I'll just give you an example. If you're spending £5 and getting a lot of leads for £5, I'll show you a way where you can actually target that, which you might not realize you can do in a second. But say you do £5 worth of where you're going to get maybe 20 or 30 inquiries, which would turn into, say, 3 customers, and you make 12 quid profit. Now that doesn't seem very much, but if you target them like locally, like I'm talking about in a second, this is basically on the catalog side, and you get them people to actually have a catalog then every 3 weeks, there's a good chance the orders are going to be £25 each once we get and understand how it works, which will be £75 worth of order. With your other orders, that's going to take you on to 30%, so you're going to make £22 off that. Now, if they do that for 18 catalogs, and catalog customers buy more than online customers, it's just for some reason they do. So £18 by £22.50 ends up with 400 quid for a £5 investment. Now that's not counting if you get some team members off it, because if you get some team members off it, then that's how it can. So you get somebody who sees it, they start building a team, they sponsor some people, and that's how it grows. So getting a team member is way more valuable than actually getting a new customer. So this is what I spotted on Facebook the other day. Now I don't know if you realize that, but this is a team Facebook group. And I just posted Alison's certificate for our catalog. Well, what she did for the year, 6,000 for the year. So well done, Alison, for doing that. But look what's below it. Somebody has actually targeted the group to place an advert for a skincare product. So they've quite sneak, well, not sneakily, they just know how to do it. You can actually target other groups on Facebook, and I'll explain how you can use that to your advantage in a second. So that's quite clever that you can do that. Now you can do it on all kinds of different things, other Facebook groups, other teams, all kinds of different things. So I haven't got a clue what the skincare product is, but they've obviously worked it all out. They can place an advert in the Facebook feed of different groups. So how can we use that to our advantage? But I'll just show you another one, because once you start looking, hang on, someone want to go in the group. Just added somebody there. So once you start looking in the messenger, you can actually place message adverts in the messenger. So this guy put a message in the messenger, and I thought I'd play along with it because I didn't get what he was getting at. because it looks from his little advert that he's like lost somebody from Australia and he's trying to find them. So you sometimes see that in the Facebook groups, somebody trying to contact somebody. Anyway, I decided to send him a message and see who he was looking for. And it turns out he's actually wrote a book about something. And I says, well, I just don't get what you're trying to do there. But more importantly, I reached out to him. I found somebody new to contact, and I'm now going to find out how he's using ads, why he was talking in my Facebook Messenger feed for some particular reason. But that just gives you another way where you can put ads in the Messenger service. So how can you work that to your advantage? So say, for example, this is the local group to where I live, Time Out There and Now. Now it's got 11,855 members, and I guess most of them are from Time Out. Some of them might be from people who used to live in Time Out, which in other different places around the world now. But basically, if I put an advert in Time Out now and then, because you're not supposed to advertise in there. So if I put an advert in there, does anybody want an Oriflame catalogue, a free gift for the person who places an order or a raffle or something? The admin would block us, and loads of people would moan that I'm placing adverts in the group and there shouldn't be an advert. But if you target that group with a Facebook ad, you could put an advert in there to target the local area. So I've seen that we live right next to the beach, and on the beach is a little restaurant. And when he started off, he was targeting the local groups to get adverts, so people local seeing he had a restaurant on the beach. So if you don't know about that, that's how we can actually do that to target local businesses or local areas, or Holland or Belgium. You could actually be able to do it that way. So let's stick to the next one. So what we're talking about here is funnels. So it's not just about not what you're talking about here is funnels. Can you see this okay? Have I lost everybody? Hello?
I can hear you.
All right, you still see it okay?
We're all fine, Gavin.
All right. Right, I just thought I'd gone blank. So, talking about funnels, if you've never seen this before, it's especially for people that don't know, people you do know, the first time you get contact with them is getting awareness of something. Then it goes into discovery stage, evolution stage, intent stage, purchase stage, loyalty stage. Now, Ian's going to say a little bit about funnels, and I've been using funnels since 2003, but because we're getting so many leads through Facebook, the funnels went out the window a little bit because there's that many coming in for free. But if you've got them in a proper funnel, then you'll actually be able to pick them up at different stages. So it's also called pipelining people. So 2% of orders come in from the first contact, 3% from the second, 5% for the 10th, 5% from the third, 10% for the fourth, and 80% from the 8th to the 12th, if you have a good funnel. Now, you can do it in different ways, which I'm going to show you in a second. So that's all about funnels and contacts you've got in different places. So I'm just going to switch that off now and come back to the screen. Now, talking about funnels, Ian's going to talk to you about what he's doing in a second, but how I got Ian to join, when I first started doing it, I started doing some Facebook Lives, and Ian doesn't know this, but he was probably one of the first people to ask us questions about it, and lots of questions. And then, because I kept doing Facebook Lives, every now and again, he'd come back and ask us another question, ask us another question, and ask us another question. And then 4 years later, he joined. And now he can see it and sees the big picture, how it all works. Now, earlier this morning, I was in the supermarket and I bumped into a friend who also watched one of them first Facebook Lives. And I haven't seen him since I joined. And it's a bit sad that he used to work in the shipyards like me. He's a little bit older than me, so he's retired. And he was getting all this food in his trolley. And he basically was now had to go back to work in the old people's home, being like a odd job man, and he was at the supermarket getting all the cakes for the old people. And he said to me before anything, he says, "Oh, I still see you doing that Oriflame. I see it keeps popping up on the computer all the time." Now that's him in the pipeline. Unfortunately, he cannot see it. Probably you'll never see it. But that's another way of pipelining it. If you keep putting out positive information all the time, you just don't know whoever's actually watching what you're up to. So, well, Ian's going to talk, congratulate him for being the top sponsor retailer last catalogue. So give him a round of applause for that. So Ian's been, with his VIPs he's been putting them into a funnel, and he uses a contact manager called Aweber. So some of these orders he's getting is from his contact manager, putting them in the pipeline. So over to Ian for a little bit to just share a little bit of that story about contact managers or autoresponders. Ian?
Okay,
You're on mute.
right. Just to reinforce before we talk about funnels and VIP funnels and what we do with new brand partners, just to reinforce what Gavin said about advertising. If you can scale advertising, and when I say scale, there was a couple of people over the weekend at the event talked to me about ads. If ads are like a slot machine, and Gavin illustrated it very well there. If you're spending a penny or 10p or whatever it is on a Facebook ad or a Google ad or whatever, and you're getting 20p out, you're a winner. And you can scale that forever. If you put 10p in and get 20p out, how many times a day would you do that? You'd do it all the time, wouldn't you? The only thing I would say with ads, and I've been running ads for years, I was a Google certified professional back in 2008. I got my certification with Google. And that's something you've got to do every single year. The only thing I would say about ads is take it slow, take your guidance from what Gavin's doing, make sure that you are determined to do it and run your ad every single day for a couple of weeks, a month, and a couple of months, and then you'll start seeing results, okay? It's vitally important you do that, but take it slow because it'll chew your money otherwise. Okay, so funnels. The first funnel I want to talk about is our VIP funnel. And I think Catalogue 18, we had 30 VIPs go in. Or was it 18? I think it was 18, Gavin, was it?
Yeah,
anyway,
18
30 the one before, 18
Yeah.
last one. Yeah. So when you've got high numbers coming in, what I want to do is automate it, but automate it in as personal a way as possible. So it seems like I'm talking to them one-on-one. So as soon as the email comes in, and I've got Microsoft Outlook on my phone, it's also obviously on the laptop. As soon as I see it, the email come in, one of those emails that says somebody's waiting for you, or you've got a new, whatever it says, I then immediately put them into the VIP autoresponder, and all that is an automatic way. If you don't know what an autoresponder is, just go and search it on YouTube. It's just an automatic way of sending a sequence of emails. So as soon as a new VIP email comes in, welcome you newcomer, I put the name and the email address into that campaign in AdWords, and immediately goes out a welcome email. And I'll give you copies of these emails if you want. You can do this manually, but it's important that you actually have this pipeline system. So the welcome email goes out. It's quite detailed. Tells them reminds them exactly what VIP is all about. Has a link to the catalog, a link to the personal beauty store, and then tells them that over the next couple of days, they're going to get some more emails. So then the next email that they get is a day wait, and then on the third day, they get an email explaining and reinforcing what bonus points are. Then there's, and that's, again, quite detailed, because it's amazing. I found how many VIPs don't really realize the value of their VIP points. So then there's a day wait again, and you can do this all automatically in the campaign. There's a day wait, and then the third email goes out, and that we call it how to hack your VIP account. And it's that, again, is purely and simply to what it does. It illustrates, and we put pictures in the email. It says, okay, go and buy yourself a skincare kit. Have a look at the links here. And I'm not necessarily saying that's what it says, but buy yourself a skincare kit. And I got this idea actually off Charlie Melly for £125, and you can then buy Giordani Essenza, which is this one here, for £51. And you can actually show a simple little calculation then that they've got the skincare kit, 125 quid skincare kit, virtually half price. So there's 3 emails: welcome email for the VIP, second email that goes out explains the VIP points, and the third email that goes out, we call it the VIP hack, and it actually shows them an example of how to spend those points, and it's amazing how that really works. So the second funnel is the brand partner funnel, and that we found to be really, really effective to bring it to make sure WP1s actually go and do the 100 points they need. WP1. So if you get 4 or 5 WP1s in one campaign, that means you're going to get 4 or 5 WP2s in the next campaign. You're almost guaranteeing yourself another 400 or 500 volume points the following campaign. You get what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first email that goes out for brand partners is the welcome email. And again, that's quite detailed. It has it talks about campaigns. It says when this campaign's going to end, and it tells them the help and training that we will give them. And I always, as a man that's in the business on his own, I always use my wife's name as well. Hi, this is Ian Indonese, your Oriflame brand partners. Welcome to the team, etc., etc. So that's quite a detailed email. Then we have a day's rest. On the third day, an email goes out that actually explains the welcome program in detail. And it has a picture embedded into the email of the products that they're going to get. Okay. And we then say, look, Mary, Joe, Glenn, whatever, if you order 100 BP, 100, which is about £105, you'll get these products free, plus your 30% discount, and you can actually work that out for them, and that's what we do in the email. And it's been amazing since we've started doing that, the number of WP1s we're getting every campaign. Then there's another day's rest, and on the third email talks about the fast start guide that we put together, which is, it's an 11-page PDF, which sounds a lot, but it's got a menu at the top, and it's a step-by-step PDF. It explains every single thing about getting off to a fast start, even how to order catalogs. And it's got images in there with arrows, click here, point there. So we send that out then on so it would be day 1, rest, day 2 email, rest, day 3. So that's the 5th day that goes out. Okay, if that makes sense. So just quickly getting back to VIPs, once we've got them in and they've received their welcome emails, the series, we then email the VIPs twice a week, every single week. During Advent, we were emailing our VIPs every single day with the link, with the image of what was on the Advent. Now that might be beyond your capabilities right now, but there's loads of stuff on YouTube to show you how to do that. But the important thing is emailing them twice a week. We email them with end of offers. You got an offer that lasts 3 or 4 days. When we email when the offer's opening, email when the offer's closing. The catalogue's closing tomorrow, Jim, Mary, Fred. We email them then. We send them beauty edit emails with links to the specific products in the email, okay? And also seasonal, Halloween, Christmas, and hair tips, all of that sort of thing, with the links to the products. And you get all those off the beauty edits. So it seems to be working, because we're getting quite a high percentage of VIPs now that are reordering regularly. And it's only communication. That's all it is.
And the bigger the funnel gets, the more comes back eventually. It's just a knock-on effect to keep doing it. But if you don't know how, I don't know Aweber, but I guess it's the same as GetResponse. When I first started with GetResponse, it was virtually impossible to work out how to do it yourself. But now they've got brilliant tutorial videos, and I guess Aweber's got that as well. So if you think, oh, I'm never going to do this, they've got tutorials that talk you through it. It's so simple now. That's easy. So definitely that for the future. And just a bit of just a second, Glenn, just a bit of technology coming in for when we go to the USA, because I've got this absolutely huge list of contacts. You can now add WhatsApp to the contact managers as well. So we'll be able to WhatsApp the people in America. This massive list of network as we've got. So it's to get up to speed with this, because that list's huge, and we'll make a fortune out. Sorry, Glenn, what do you want to say?
It's okay.
Just a quick point, that Glenn. I'm seeing a lot of stuff right now out there from the gurus that say, oh, email's dead, etc., etc. You're only going to get 5, 10, 15%. I get 60% open rate on my emails. That's because they're targeted by subject. They're targeted to a specific person. And I mean, Gavin's been going on at me about WhatsApp. I've now found a way to integrate WhatsApp into Aweber. So the email goes out and a WhatsApp message goes out to remind them. Sorry, Glenn, carry on.
No, that's okay. I've been setting up something very similar to what you're doing. But I just wanted to know, do you have a separate list for VIPs that have ordered and ones that haven't yet ordered? Because obviously the ones that have ordered, they're getting products and things. And
no, I don't. You can tag them. I have separate lists, or I did have separate lists for brand partners that join and don't pay. But I've since started tagging within Aweber, and so I discovered something with WP1s, WP2s. If somebody does welcome program 1, you can tag them in your list, so that you can automatically then send them the welcome program 2 email with the picture of the products. And again, that's working effectively.
Yeah, so I've been splitting mine up into 2 groups, my VIPs, the ones that have ordered and ones haven't. But it's a lot of admin, because you've got to go in and look, did they order, did they not order? Because originally I was parsing the emails as they came in automatically using Zapier and putting them into my Sendinblue mailing list and automatically emailing it. So I did nothing. But then some of my emails didn't sound right, if that makes sense, for people that hadn't ordered.
Yeah.
I just wondered how you got over that, or whether you just
I
treat them the same.
Treat them all the same. I don't think I can honestly say I don't think I've had a VIP that hasn't ordered. So when they join, they order. There must be 99% of VIPs order. So, in fact, I'm quite sure 99% of VIPs have ordered. But I'll look at that, Glenn. It's worth looking at that. Yeah. Yeah. But I think the important thing with all this is that we all just learn the skills as we're moving forward. You know, if you look at Germany, they haven't got a paper catalogue. If you look at the United States, it's illegal to post something in a US mailbox if you're not a US mailman. So I can't see there being a paper catalogue in the States. So if we learn all these skills, then, you know, we'll have far greater penetration digitally.
I don't think there'll be paper catalogs in any other new markets they bring out. I just that feeling.
Yeah, I agree personally.
They're pushing everything online as far as they can.
Yeah.
Right, just going on to Facebook now for Facebook adverts. I'm going to do a PowerPoint of how to do Facebook ads basically. And you've got to, you can't just put an advert on Facebook because Facebook don't like network marketing, which is ridiculous. But I noticed on Facebook today, somebody put a Martin Lewis thing up, scam, and Martin Lewis has sued them for millions for using his name, but it's still happening. So people can get scams up there, but network marketing is not supposed to be up there, but there's ways around it. So you either give them something for free, like you could say, like, we'll give you 10 fruits, which is great to boost your nutrition system, join this mailing list. And then once you've got them on the mailing list, then you can say, look, these are 10 fruits for nutrition, but we recommend you get this product from Oriflame Wellness because that will do it even better, if you know what I mean. So you go around the houses to get them on a list, and then you can get them to buy whatever you want. So it is very complicated setting up a Facebook ad, but once you get it in place and get it working, it's very scalable because anybody can do it anywhere or in any country. So you can get fantastic results of that. So I'm going to do that PowerPoint. There's lots of videos on YouTube showing you how to do it. If you want to just say, if you wanted to specifically go for like target a local group or local something else, then you can do that. But that's the way I can see to getting lots of leads, because if you do it right at a targeted small group, you can get the leads very, very cheap. So like for £5, you could get maybe 20, 30 leads. And
the one thing I would say as well, from what Gavin has said, that local thing really struck home to me, Gavin, because you know, when we were in the States, Denise owned a cell phone store, an AT&T franchise, and you could target your local area, your local zip codes or postcodes. You could target those. So I mean, that idea of yours of local targeting is brilliant. I think, you know, for getting retail and what have you. To be honest,
about 6 or 7 years ago, we used to be able to buy leads which were placed on a website called Working Mums. Well, Working Mums stopped it because they stopped all kind of work from home ads. So that was a fantastic source of leads because working mums were the perfect target for us to run alongside the kids. But now there's Facebook groups of working mums, so you can just target them, where you would never get an advert on there because the admin will kick you out straight away. You can target that. Well, if you open your mind to think of all the different places you can target, it's so exciting. That's just UK without thinking about Holland, Belgium, Finland, or wherever.
Yeah, so I ran a Facebook ad when we started in Germany, which was quite successful. I was targeting followers of his name. My mind's gone blank. The guy who wrote GoPro, Eric Worre.
Yeah.
In Germany, and it sent it to so Facebook ads will let you do a lead form. So they actually fill in a form, and then that lead form connected to my mailing list, Sendinblue mailing list, which is similar to Aweber or GetResponse, and that automatically sent them out an email. And I got 2 people signed up from that in Germany as brand partners. But they were people that would specifically target people in Germany who were obviously into network marketing.
Did
and that
you
worked.
write your ad in German, Glenn, or English?
I did it in German.
Right. Yeah, good.
I just found I did one in English and one in German just to see the difference, and the English one cost more than it was worth. People weren't responding.
Right.
Good, good. Well, I found out today something that I didn't know about, which you could also do is I've got a new girl that's just joined today in Germany, and she did actually Oriflame 17 years ago, and absolutely over the moon with it. But the skincare sets are amazing, and she says the only competition we've got in Germany is Mary Kay, and our skincare sets blow them out the water just as that product alone. Now the interesting thing is we can target Mary Kay reps in Germany with a Facebook ad. So that's just what do you think about it, and start writing the list of people you can contact is absolutely huge. So we've got an absolute monster opportunity here. It's just getting good at it and practice it, and we'll share the information, the knowledge, and a couple of months practice, and we'll be flying with it.
So one thing I do on Facebook regarding ads as well is a lot of people swear a lot when ads come up in their feed. I actually love looking at ads that come in my feed, especially looking at for ones that have lots of reaction and engagement, because they give you clues of what works, what language to use, and how to pitch them and that sort of thing. So always worth looking at what works for other people.
Mm.
And you can go into, I can't remember what it's called, there is an advert library, so all the ads that people are running, you can go and view them in a Facebook ad library. So if you wanted to see, for instance, the ads that, I don't know, well, Eric Worre say was doing, you could just go and have a look and see what he's doing, what to work in, and if you see an advert that someone's been running for like 7 months, the chances are that ad's working. So you may get some ideas, inspiration off it.
Yeah, you can always touch base with these people as well, because years ago when I first started, I'd phone other people's ads to see how well they were doing.
Yeah.
Just to build a relationship, so you could contact the person running the Facebook ad and say, look, just seen your Facebook ad in my feed, how's it working, what you're doing, what you're up to.
I often reply to other ads as well, so they put me in their funnel so I can see how their funnel works.
Yeah. So open to everybody else. Ian, Glenn may have been talking away too much here, so if anybody's got any questions they want to ask, fire away. Does that give you guys some ideas?
Yeah, would you be able to share the emails that you send?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether directly or in files or...
Indeed.
If you could put in a PDF in the files in the group, Ian.
Yeah, well, I'll send them to you.
And I'll put it in the file.
Yeah, you can put them in there. Yeah, just make sure
Obviously, we have to change our own links.
just make sure you take the links out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll make a fortune. What I'll do, I'll put
Put a reminder on it.
I'll put them in plain text, so you can send them out. Yeah,
Brilliant, thank you.
you're welcome.
Anything else?
No, I think we're good.
Good. All right. Well, there's quite a bit of information there. It's recorded. So if anybody's watching it on the recording, if you've got any questions, just put them in there. I'll do this PowerPoint over the next couple of days on the Facebook ad, how to put it in place. So it's just practice to get one that works and gets up there, because like what Ian says, start it off small, and if you find something that works, you can just keep increasing it so you get more contacts coming in. And maybe if it gets to a size where you've got team, that, you know, they don't want to do it, they find it too complicated, they could come into an ad pool with you, you could like share the leads out. If you get lots, you can, because you can move VIPs and you can move team members as well. You can do that, that could be they say, well, I'll throw in some money to help with your Facebook ad and we'll pass some leads back. So that's another
Did you
idea.
just say you can move VIPs?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. You can
Right.
move it. You can move VIPs. Doesn't seem to be no time limit on VIPs. You can move them anytime you want, but on a team member, it's really got to be moved within the first 24 hours.
Yeah, right.
And if it happens, somebody happens to join on Friday at 3:30, then as long as it's a Monday, it's fine.
Right.
Did you want to say something there, Glenn? No.
No, I was just agreeing with whatever you were saying. I can't even remember what I was agreeing with, but I was agreeing.
Good stuff. All right, then I'll switch. I'll just give everybody a big wave to everybody. So bye. Thanks for coming on, for your time. And anybody's got any questions, just come back to us or put it in the comments below this when it pops up on Facebook. Anyway, have a great rest of the catalogue and I'll speak to you all soon.